So far, where we at? How we feeling?
Good.
Good. All right. We had accents from Shani. We had the full bass voice from Christian. Moving on, right? So our next one, we have one of the most powerful, warm-hearted, loving souls. Oh man, it's deep, man. In her last year at U of M, her major is social work, and she shares a thought on identity and her own experience. Please welcome Fanta Dubia.
And baby.
And baby. Let's welcome baby girl.
I actually don't know if I'm gonna need the microphone because everybody's voice is so low, and I didn't know like if we have to tone it or it doesn't matter. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, and I want to thank Dr. Tracy for inviting me. And so this piece that I'm gonna perform is it's a piece that I developed during Dr. Tracy spoken word class, where we had to focus on unlayering ourselves, getting to know ourselves. And throughout the course, I realized that I had so many intersectionalities. I had so many bits and pieces a part of me in my identity. I'm a woman. I'm African American. I'm a child of African immigrants. I'm Muslim. I come from a low-income family. I'm the first generation. Things like that go on. So this is a piece that I wrote about when I needed to motivate myself and empower myself. And it's powerful for me to read it now because I feel like so many of us in this time where we're feeling divided, we need more unity and things like that. And yeah. So I had an experience where I felt like I was dealing with intersectionality fatigue, with the Muslim ban, immigration ban. I noticed that I wasn't arguing only with women about why we need more intersectionality in our feminism, but why we also, as Black Americans, have to also care about the Muslim ban, but also as Muslims, why we have to care about Black Lives Matter. So it's just all these things that's going on. So, yeah. I'm gonna try to tone my voice. I get excited when I read this. I am unapologetically Muslim. Yes, let that sink in. I'm unapologetically Muslim and proud, and I'ma say this ish out loud. I refuse to be sorry for what I believe in. No, actually, I refuse to be sorry for what the media makes my religion to be. You see, how dare you make it seem like I am obligated to apologize for all the ish that happens in the name of my religion? Hold up, wait a minute. Oh dear white people, have we ever asked your entire race to apologize for all the crazy domestic terrorism shit that white people always seem to be behind? Or my fellow Americans, have we ever apologized for the selfish war we brought to Iraq, or have we become blind? Oh no, because terrorism seems to be only defined as crimes committed by Muslims, right? But you know what, let me correct that ish again, I won't be shush. I am unapologetically Muslim, therefore I'ma walk with my swag out hijab and my head held up high while the haters stand by. Yes, hijab and swag shares existence in the same sentence. You see, so many are confused about my independence. So allow me to correct some more nonsense. The media defines my freedom of expression as oppression, when in actuality, I am honored to wear this crown with dignity. Yes, hijab is my choice. Hijab is my liberation. Liberation from the brainwashing media that sexually objectifies the body of my gender day and night. I refuse to be seen as an object rather than a subject. So, what do you see when you see me? Don't see what you want, that boy that Fox News blurs your vision with. See me for who I am, an unapologetic Muslim African American woman. So the last thing I would say is, in a time like this, let's all seek for unification, Black, white, Muslim, Christian, and things like that. Let's all unite and show that love is what matters. Thank you.
Absolutely. Our next presenter is a new friend of mine. I had the opportunity to meet him about a year ago, maybe, originally, and then we didn't see each other, and we ran into each other again later on, and I've begun to understand that this is a young man who loves the idea of not defining himself, and not letting you do that either, which I think is an incredibly powerful tool. Hey, no way I can compete with this. I want to make sure that I announce too that he is the editor of the launching magazine Unveiled, inclusion activist for inclusion and mindful living. It is a blessing for me to introduce to you Charles Xavier. Charles.
Good evening, everybody. How are you tonight? My name is Charles Xavier, as he just explained. As he said again, I do have a forthcoming magazine that will be launching next month called Unveiled Magazine, which features Black artists and creative activists here in the city of Flint. So I would pressure you? I'll just say keep on the lookout for that. Pressure? Not the right word. So I was originally going to read a story, but I decided I wanted to read this poem because I wrote this poem a while ago about Black women. I'm around a lot of Black women, very beautiful Black women, and I was raised by Black women. And I felt like as a Black man, it was my responsibility to honor and to put on a pedestal what being a Black woman meant. So this is a poem for Black women from a Black man. It's called Queen Sister. My Queen Sister, I recognize the struggle we left you to endure, the family we left you to raise alone, the labor we said you would never have to do, never to be without the love that we promised you. We thought if we stripped ourselves of everything Black, we could become everything white. We thought if we valued money, all that green, white people, this country would allow us to succeed. We thought if we rejected our identity, we will be free of oppressive supremacy. My Queen Sister, in truth, we are lost. Little boys seeking wisdom, protection within your divine. I extend my apologies for trademarking, idolizing not brains or unconditional love, but that thing that jiggles behind. Misled, we devalued the power betwixt your chocolate thighs. My life, your life, all life, remember, was birthed from your cries. Forgive us. We've let your body be ravaged, raped, lynched, severely beaten. I cry having watched from tables where children have eaten. It's an understatement to say you've gone great lengths, from slavery to Black power. Goddamn, that amazing strength. Appreciate your body, your skin, even when it grows old. Your beauty shines bright, pure like Egyptian gold. Your love to the bottoms of your feet. Unfortunately, I'm scared to say, society says that's weak. My Queen Sister, words cannot express how we abandoned you. My deepest sympathy, heteropatriarchy, white ideology said we must subdue. The burdens of your pain we men could never undo. They brainwashed us into submission, internal explosives. We're sick, the diagnosis, European psychological psychosis. Thank you.
That's all. I was raised by a beautiful queen myself, my brother, so I understand. We should definitely take more notice and appreciate the women in our lives. They, more importantly, they set the tone for all of us. So, for all women, I'm with y'all. Powerhouse of a voice, active in the community, giving various talks and performances. Her major is applied psychology. At U of M Flint. Let's make some noise for Jordan Johnson.
So again, I was also one of Dr. Tracy's students, and I had to do identity piece for her class as well.
Jordan, will you use the microphone?
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, can you guys still hear me? No? Okay, so yeah, I had to make a poem for Dr. Tracy's class as well. And in this, I had to find my own voice. I hid behind a lot of masks and curtains and more doors, and so I had to, kick down the doors and rip open those curtains and find my own voice. And in that, I also use this poem to help encourage a lot of the youth that I work with in our community today. So this poem is called I Am My Sunshine. Da 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 da. You just don't know how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You just don't know how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I love to sing. I am music, I am song, I am melody. I'm the music that runs deep from my family tree. I am music. That's me, bud. I don't sing as much as I used to. My mind is constantly going back and forth, back and forth, trying to figure out which way to go. Left, right, go to school. Left, right, make mama proud. Left, right, make sure daddy don't cry. Left, right, stay alive. Left, right, what's right? No, that's wrong. Stop. Lay down. Be. I don't remember who I was before I let the world tell me who I should be. Society brings a lot of technicalities, and maybe God just made one on me. No, really. I can be on the right path at the right time, looking straight ahead. That's me. Light. But in the corner of my eye, I see the darkness in someone else's life, and everything in me wants to say no, even though I know it won't sit right with my soul. So I venture off my path. I turned around to pick up your slack now. I dimmed my own shine because I tried on your hurt and walked around like it was mine. And yes, it's funny how my laughter can bring sunshine to anyone else's cloudy days, but can't bring enough light to scare my own fears away. I'm scared of love. Because love reveals all things, insecurities, past mistakes, possibilities. My skin is my escape. I'm okay with being alone. I mean, you can join me if you like, just as long as you don't stay too long. And I love me. But I don't understand why it's so hard to convince myself that I really do. Why isn't it enough for me? Maybe because mama needs more, daddy sees more, I seek more. My vision is clear, but my direction is uneasy. I know I'm strong enough to push through, but the fear of success deceives me. I will make it to the top. But what if I let my people down? I find myself constantly fighting with the ground because the weight of expectations are heavy on my shoulders, and I'm tired. I'm tired of constantly striving and failing to please you. Why did I find my purpose in your desires? I am more than the structures, routines, and requirements that you have placed before me. I am the wind. Flowing wherever God might take me, I am the answers to my ancestors' prayers. I am my own heartbeat, choosing how fast or how slow I choose to go, but always stay in rhythm. I am the image of God, Imago Dei. I am the sun, illuminating for all to see. Not you, I'm not her, I'm not him, I'm me. I am my sunshine, my only sunshine. I make me happy when skies are gray. I finally know how much I love me. You can't take my sunshine away. Thank you.
I love that. Next, I want to introduce another friend of mine. Tim is, we've labeled him here an urban farmer, teacher, educator, and storyteller. Is that pretty accurate? He's also a member of my church. We have a church that meets every Sunday morning at Panera Bread. And we share who we are and what we are and the world around us. And Tim has brought a wealth of love and compassion into that space. And so it's a joy for me to share him with you tonight. Tim Collier.
Thank you. I'm grateful for all of you who are here today and to be here with you to share what all of us who are sharing tonight have to give. My name is Tim Gray Buffalo, born into the family of Collardet. Born here in Flint. Métis, Native American. Recognized tribe in Canada, but not here in the United States. Yeah, I don't know. Some of us struggle with who really cares? I know who I am. But I have a story about Flint, about my home, about our history, about the soil beneath our feet. Think about your feet right now. They're on carpet, but deeper than that, they go all the way to the earth. Right? We're always connected to the earth. You ask a lot of folks who were the first people here before the arrival, meaning pre-African, pre-Asian, pre-European, and they'll tell you Chippewa, Ojibwe, and they'd be sort of right. But before them, there was a people named the Sac. They were the original peoples here in this land, called the Saginaw Valley. Yeah, Saginaw Street. Everything Saginaw is a tribute to those first people. And a lot of folks don't know that. It's pronounced a little different these days, Saginaw. Quirks of language, I'll leave that to the linguists, but the fact is that the Sac people enjoyed the bounty of the harvest of game and the fish and all the bounties of local earth. It was everything. It's everything they knew. And they invited a people called the Chippewa, also known as the Ojibwe, to share in those bounties. In the Ojibwe, the Chippewa brought with them friends of other tribes, the Potawatomi, the Huron, the Odawa, and they became intoxicated with the wealth of the land. And so when they separated from the Sac, they huddled together and said, we should take this for ourselves and move the Sac from this place. And so they did, and there was a great act of genocide that occurred. As a result, the Sac people were nearly wiped off the face of the earth, because these other invading tribes desired the bounties of what was here. Familiar human story, I guess. It's still nonetheless tragic. Descendants of the Sac today live in a little town called Tama, Iowa. They were driven that far west, but they own that land. It's not a federal reserve. and they're very proud to call that land theirs. And they grew a type of corn that I'll share with you. This was grown here in Flint. We have a project, Boys and Girls Club, here in Flint. This is called Tama Flint corn. And that resonates so profoundly because the Sauk people now live in Tama, but they were originally from the Flint area. And they grow this corn. A man named Jerry Youngbear shared these with us, and we planted them. These are descendants of ancient corn, and they're a reminder. They're blood-colored corn, reminding us of the blood beneath our feet. But it's not just the blood of violence, it's the blood of our ancestors who are buried here. And it's what I call blood memory that pervades in us. We have this in our hearts. We know who we are, and I've learned to listen more to that impulse in myself, to appreciate where I am, who I am, and how I can contribute to our community. And again, I'm grateful for your presence here tonight and to be able to share this story with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys still got any open seats down at the Panera Bread from Sunday?
Big table.
Big table. I'm looking at fellowship now.